Field as your Red Ramblers get set to take on the Fountain Central Mustangs. Round 2 here to begin the sectional. John?
Right, the Ramblers coming to tonight's action. Oh, hot. I'm hot. Yeah. Ramblers coming to tonight's action 6-3. Fountain Central 6-3. Mustangs won their first 4. Then they've turned around and lost to Attica, and then won 2 more, and then they've lost the last 2. They lost the last 2 to North Vermilion and to Park Heritage. They give Park Heritage everything they wanted last week. They led majority of the game until the very end, and then I guess there was a fumble recovery, and then they scored, and then there was basically a field goal. So Park Heritage ended up winning that off the field goal in the overtime, 18-15. North Vermilion defeated them 35-28. Attica defeated them on September 14th, 32-8. And on that particular night, Ramblers held him to 120 total yards. So that was a big night for Rambler defense. Only allowing them 86 or 84 yards on just 6 catches, 6 of 13, and just 46 yards on the ground. And that came from, I believe, their quarterback. And he ended up with a negative 2 yards, the way it turned out. So let's see if the Ramblers can continue this way. Also on that given night, Kirkpatrick had a glorious night, finishing up with 146 yards. He's the quarterback. And then Sheridan had 133 yards on the ground. And they also threw for 171 yards in the air, 9 of 14. And Little ends up with Chase Little ends up with 126 yards that night on just 3 carries. One of those an 81-yarder. And then they also were able to come up with 2 safeties, and those 2 safeties were off punts, where they trapped them back on the 1-yard line, and were able to tackle them in there and get that safety on it. And then, so a good night by the Ramblers on that particular night. Ramblers last weekend, unfortunately, they came out and had a big weekend against South Vermilion, 35-21, but it was a bigger, wider margin than that until about the last quarter. And then Covington defeated Riverton Park 42-6, North Vermilion 47, Seeger 12. And then Park Heritage in that overtime win over Fountain Central. Tonight it's South Vermilion 3-6 at Tri-West. Tri-West has got a very, very weird record, 5-4, but they defeated Lafayette Central Catholic, Crawfordsville, and there was one other major 3A school. I'm not sure, remember who it was, but they defeated them very decisively. Riverton Park is at North Vermilion. Riverton Park 1-8, North Vermilion 8-1. Park Heritage 7-2 is at Covington 5-4. And of course, Fountain Central 6-3, Attica 6-3 here. North Vermilion won the conference at an 8-1 clip in the regular season. They finished 7-0. They finished 7-0 in the conference, 8-1 overall. Ramblers to finish 4-3 in the conference, 6-3 overall. Fountain Central 4-3 in the conference, 6-3 overall. The Ramblers, Park Heritage scored 380 points against their opponents 189. The Ramblers scored 237 to their opponents 136. And Fountain Central scored 233 points to their opponents 153. So if you look at it on paper, Attica and Fountain Central doesn't get much closer in the ink column here than what this game could possibly be. Field's in good shape. Actually, I think it was maybe mowed last week, but
considering this is the end of the season, so to speak, it looks pretty good. As much rain as we've had, and so on.
And no snow.
Well, we had snow last week.
Yeah, last week it was snowing this time as we got ready to get this game underway, and it's a lot cooler. And I can see if we can get.
You know, these these rematches are always interesting in that, the team that won usually doesn't change a whole lot. They stick with what got them there the first game, and the team that got beat ends up making some adjustments, making some changes. So we'll see what Fountain Central changes up tonight. Their strategy is surely going to change, and hopefully the Red Ramblers have a few tricks up their sleeve going into tonight's game as well.
The Ramblers, like I said, they on the 14th was the first. Well, actually, it was the second, but I think it was the first full game that Kirkpatrick had come back after his hand injury. The week before, I think it was at. Well, remember where I don't have it. Well, yeah, the week before, it was with Park Heritage, and he got in. They got beat by Park Heritage 37-2, but like I said, that was his first round as a quarterback after setting out all year long, moved a little out to the wide receiver spot. So since that time, Kirkpatrick's just he's a very good option quarterback. He reads it very well, very deceiving. His handoffs are very, very deceiving. Kirkpatrick and Sheridan do such a nice job of that covering up. So we'll have to wait and see just what they can end up doing here. So I think we're going to get ready here for the national anthem. So I got to get ready for it.
We'll let you listen in. I don't think they're quite ready to play it yet. So we'll stick right here. 4:35 to go before the kickoff of tonight's game. We haven't seen the coin toss yet. So as soon as the teams get back out onto the field, we'll see that. And I think that's why we're waiting on the national anthem. Neither team is back out onto the field right now. We'll see how that goes. It's going to be a nice night for football. This football weather, it's cool. Like I said, luckily no rain. Had a little rain shower this afternoon, but it kind of cleared out a little bit. It's overcast here, but just a little chilly. The officiating crew is patiently waiting out there. Looks like they're all ready to go. They've walked the field down and moved all the yard markers back, as they do every week. They move them clear back to the track. I think John's getting ready to come back with me here. Let you listen in outside here a little bit as well as we get ready.
Well, I got everything set up for the national anthem whenever the teams come on the field. I kind of like it with having the teams on the field. Like band and stuff, we usually come out and do the national anthem while the teams are still in the locker room. But I like it when everybody's lined up on the field. I think it just looks better atmosphere. Now the winner of this game, I believe, plays Park Heritage or Covington. And Ben, Park Heritage at Covington. Whoever wins this one probably goes to Park Heritage.
Your money's got to be on Park Heritage, but I'm going to tell you, I don't see, after watching Covington here a couple of weeks ago, how their record is what it is. I mean, they played some solid football. Well, the Mustangs lining up down here in or huddled up down in the south end zone and doing a little jumping exercise down there as they get ready for tonight's game. And now they're coming out onto the field.
Okay, if you want to watch this game, you can go to YouTube, type in ACSC TV /Attica, or you can go to Facebook and then search for WFWR, and there should be a link in there. And
you can probably go to YouTube and just search Attica too, and Attica football, and it should come up, I would guess. The Red Ramblers now down in the south end zone, getting ready to come out from under the goal post and come out onto the field. Here the cheerleaders gearing up here as they come out. And here come your Red Ramblers out onto the field here as we get set for this sectional matchup here. A rematch from just a few weeks ago. The fireworks going off over on the far side of the field as the Ramblers come out. And it looks like we're getting ready for the coin toss here. The ceremonial one. I think they already had one, but the team captains set to come out onto the field here and meet. Jacob DeMumbrum and Little and Sheridan come out. And they meet Aaron Barnett and Nathaniel Butts, I believe that is. And Fountain Central has won the toss, and they've deferred to the second half, and they'll kick off to the Red Ramblers to start out tonight's game. The Ramblers will be working from our right to our left, or from north to south, as we get ready to get this one underway. And now I believe we're getting ready for the national anthem here. No band tonight.
If everyone would please stand, gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, your national anthem. We're about to get this one started here from Attica High School's Lewis Bruce Field. Hey, John, did you notice who brought my sandwich up to me? I just wanted you to notice that.
Did she bring you a Diet Coke?
No, she didn't, but she did bring me a sandwich.
Yep, I don't understand it. I don't have nothing there sitting there. At the end of the, if you look out there right now, that flag is down. It's not blowing at all. And at the very end of that song, that flag stood straight out. I thought that was very, very correct way to do the national anthem. And
yeah, they planned it that way, I'm sure.
And
okay, the Mustangs getting set to kick it off here to the Red Ramblers to start out tonight's game.
some of that Purdue engineering, I imagine, had it so it would do that right at the right time.
Britt back deep to receive for the Red Ramblers. Number 25, Trinidad Hernandez, back to kick it away here for the Fountain Central Mustangs. And here comes the kick. Pop the popcorn, pour the Pepsi. We're underway.
He kicks it off to the side, and it's going to go out of bounds.
At about the 22-yard line. So the Ramblers will line it up here. 1st and 10. Where's that guy going? There we go. One official was going to spot the ball back further, I believe. But they got it figured out. The Ramblers will have the ball from their own 35-yard line to start out tonight's game. They put 2 men wide to the far side, everybody else in tight. And here's a flag right out of the gate. That was from the far sideline judge over there. And that was actually before the ball was snapped, I thought. So somebody must have been lined up in the neutral zone over there, be my guess. The Ramblers advanced the ball 4 yards. But let's see what the, it's going to be a sideline violation on the Mustangs. So just a warning. Ramblers get lined back up here. They put doubles on each side this time. Little comes to the near side of the field. There's the snap and a whistle.
Another one.
More flags.
And now it's going to go back 5 yards.
So the Ramblers moved a little too quickly there, and they'll move it back. So that's going to make it 2nd down and about 11 for the Red Ramblers. Ramblers get the play from the sideline here. Everybody looking. 2nd and 11. Taking a little while to get the play in. Now they get lined up. Plenty of time on the clock. 16 seconds. Doubles on each side again. Kirkpatrick playing it out of the shotgun. There's the snap. He's going to pass. No, he's going to keep it. He tucks it in. Goes forward for about a 2-yard gain. And that's going to set up a 3rd down and...
no, they're going to put him right at the
line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a 1-yard gain. And it'll be 3rd down and 10. Ramblers get lined back up here again. Same setup. Doubles on each side. This time Britt comes to the near side. There's the snap. He's going to roll to the pass. Looks downfield and overthrows Little, the intended receiver, and the Ramblers are going to have to punt it away here. It's 4th down and 10, and the ball's right on the 35-yard line, right where they started out. Little back deep to punt it away. He'll be punting from about the 22-yard line. Eads back deep to receive the punt. There's the snap. It's a good one. He gets it away and takes a Red Rambler roll and rolls back. And the Mustangs are going to have it at about their 35-yard line. So it'll be kind of a wash here. And we'll see what the Mustangs can do on offense here to start out tonight's game. I look for them to come out passing. Just underway here from Lewis Bruce Field, the Red Ramblers and the Fountain Central Mustangs. Mustangs stack 4 receivers out here on the near side of the field. This is similar to what Covington did a couple of weeks ago. Now they shift. And they put trips to the left side. A lot of movement there. And tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. The Ramblers got in there. Number 67, Brant Pattengale, got in for the loss. And it's going to be 2nd down and about 14. Mustangs line it back up. This time trips to the near side.
I know we got audio, but we don't have any video for whatever reason.
That's par for the course. There's
Over
a
the middle.
completed pass right up the middle. He's loose. And can Little chase him down? And he does.
But he ain't got him down yet. He still ain't got him down.
And a big gain all the way down to the Red Rambler 20-yard line before Little caught up with him.